Right now, Good Morning Northwest, deadlines in former President Trump's election interference case. What a judge wants to hear from lawyers on both sides today.
Well, we saw some rain, but not enough to really make a difference yesterday. In our part of the woods, we could see another shower or two. We're going to talk about the timing and the weekend coming up.
One set of first responders is working to put out a fire that's been burning for days in Post Falls. Another set is working to find out who started it. You're watching Good Morning Northwest on 4 News Now. We're glad you're with us. Thanks for waking up with us. I'm Robin Nance.
And I'm Derek Dice. It is Tuesday, August the 8th. Mark Peterson here with a look at that first alert forecast. And small chance of rain today?
Tomorrow. Today.
Sorry, wrong day.
No. If we have a shower today, it's going to be in the higher elevation or in the bathroom, showering. 58 is what we currently have here for Spokane, 62 into Coeur d'Alene. Again, a relatively clear sky, but you do see the haze. And we are in moderate when it comes to air quality, looking at the 4 things you need to know. Sun and clouds day, a Wednesday sprinkle. That's going to be Wednesday morning, could be a light rain shower. It's going to be a sunny weekend, and then we're going to heat up, and we're going to get back to that summer pattern. We will see, again, just a hit and miss cloud cover throughout the day. Probably more clouds than sunshine right now when we look at what's coming in from the northwest. But it's not going to have a lot of energy to it. Tomorrow morning, we'll see that energy really pop up, and that's where we see that chance of showers, and we'll talk more about that coming up. 82 for the high today, 83 Pullman. Ritzville, you're at 84 degrees, near 90 into the Tri-Cities if you're heading down on 395. Just very dry. Be very cautious. We take a look at the next 12 hours. Yeah, we see the cloud cover coming in midday. By noon, we're going to be in the upper 70s. Our high today is going to be 82 degrees.
And at the Breaking Now desk, this morning there are new deadlines for former President Donald Trump's lawyers and special counsel Jack Smith in the 2020 election interference case. The presiding federal judge is giving both sides until this afternoon to propose dates and times for a pretrial hearing regarding special counsel Jack Smith's protective order filing. That order follows the judge's Monday deadline for response from Trump's attorneys to Smith's request calling for court-imposed limits to what Trump can share about this case. Trump's lawyers firing back, saying he should not be subject to a blanket gag order seeking to narrow the scope of sensitive materials. Smith responding, saying that the order was reasonable and charging that Trump's team is proposing an order that is designed to allow Trump to try his case in the media rather than in the courtroom. Trump, who pleaded not guilty to charges in Smith's election interference probe last week, accusing the Biden administration of weaponizing the Justice Department against him.
They want to interfere in my campaign. They want to interfere in the elections.
The White House refusing to comment on Trump's indictment and recent allegations. And once the judge receives scheduling proposals from Trump's lawyers and prosecutors, she's planning to have that protective motion hearing this Friday. Reporting in studio, Sydney Charles, 4 News Now.
Sydney, thanks. This morning, fire crews are working to expand their containment on a fire that's still burning near Post Falls. Right now, the Parkway fire is halfway under control, with all evacuations lifted over the weekend. The fire burned close to 80 acres, causing some major damage to Camelin Park.
Investigators say they know how it started and plan to hold those responsible accountable. Take a look at these photos from the Idaho Department of Lands. You can see what is left behind from a campfire, a rock ring with cans inside it. That campfire was about a quarter mile to the north of West Riverview Drive in a steep, rocky area of the park, just north of the trail area. Now, somebody started that campfire in the Post Falls Community Forest, which is a city-owned park, and campfires are not allowed on that property. The Post Falls Police Department says because of the negligence, the city park has suffered damage that will take years to overcome. Investigators say this is why it's important to make sure your campfire is completely out.
Everyone knows who's lived up here is one. I mean, campfires, make sure if you're done with the campfire, put it out. Make sure you can actually have a campfire this time of year with all the dry underbrush and trees and everything like that.
Police say there is not a lot of evidence to go off of at this point, so they're asking for your help. If you saw anything in that area, you are encouraged to call the Post Falls Police Department.
In North Idaho, fire danger has been raised to very high, and restrictions will go in place tomorrow. So here's what will not be allowed on any lands in the 5 North Idaho counties outside of city limits: campfires or stove fires, smoking when not in an area cleared of flammable material, using motor vehicles off designated roads and trails, and using a chainsaw or other related equipment between 1 p.m. and 1 a.m. For more information and for some detailed exceptions, you can find this story on KXLY.com.
The man accused of shooting at a deputy and leading a car chase that ended when he hit a wall in downtown Spokane is being charged with attempted murder. Police say 53-year-old Robert Talley shot at a deputy who was responding to a call about an argument in Airway Heights last Thursday. They say Talley took off at a high speed, driving in the wrong direction on I-90 towards Spokane. The chase ended when Talley crashed into a brick wall near the 76 gas station. At that same location, detectives say a Spokane police vehicle hit a pedestrian who denied medical attention. Now, Talley is a 21-time convicted felon. Officers say additional criminal charges are likely. As your kids head back to school, a reminder to make sure they have healthy and safe school lunches. About 48 million cases of foodborne illnesses happen every year in the U.S., according to the CDC, and children are among those most vulnerable.
So as you pack those school lunches, remember that even a good, healthy lunch can still go bad.
If a lunch is not packed safely, any bacteria in any parts of the lunch will multiply.
Sandra Eskin with the Department of Agriculture says children are among the most susceptible to serious foodborne illnesses. That's why she says it's critical to pack perishable lunches in an insulated bag with at least 2 cold sources to ensure the food stays under 40 degrees.
Now, those cold sources can be anything from a gel pack to, in fact, a juice box or a water bottle. You can stick the juice box or water bottle in the freezer, then stick them in the lunch.
If you pack that lunch the night before, leave the insulated bag open in the refrigerator to allow the cold to reach the food. Then in the morning, take it out and close it up so it stays cold until lunchtime. Eskin says it's also critical to prepare food safely. That means washing hands, keeping foods that can cross-contaminate separate, and if you have meat products in there, use a meat thermometer to make sure you're cooking food to safe internal temperatures. Lots to remember.
Lots to remember. Keep our kids safe.
Good morning, Northwest Time, 6:07.
All right, let's talk about air quality. Speaking of safe.
We are right now in moderate. We've been bouncing between the high end of good and low end of moderate for days. We're going to continue to be in the moderate throughout the day. It doesn't look like we're going to see any improvement until maybe tomorrow. So we're going to talk more about that, but you can see the haze out there. The sun is up. And it is a Tuesday.
A deadly storm ripped through the East Coast, leaving sheer destruction in its wake. Look at that. We'll have a look at the damage and the cleanup just ahead.
This morning, I'm at a local pie shop that recently helped out the community in a very big way. More coming up on 4 News Now.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
Whether you're hauling your boat to the lake or a team full of soccer players,
Perfection Tire carries a full line of Cooper tires with advanced safety features, warranties, and competitive pricing.
Nobody beats perfection.
The time to buy is now. Yes, RV show pricing continues at R&R RV in North Spokane. Over 125 RVs are indoors at 525 East Francis. You'll save thousands with rebates and show discounts on Cougar, Rockwood, Montana, Class B vans, and more. Everything show price. You don't want to shop in this heat. Shop over 125 RVs indoors now at R&R RV in North Spokane, 525 East Francis, or online at rnrrv.com.
It's Super Saturdays at Mississauga Casino Hotel this month. 2 grand prize winners will win $10,000 cash. Now that's super fun. Drawing Saturday, August 12th, and again on Saturday, August 26th. Drawings start at 6 p.m. Play your favorite games and earn entries to win. Mississauga Casino Hotel is the place that treats you right. Learn more at mississauga.com.
Progressions Credit Union is here to give you the 411 on how you can earn 4.11% APY with Kasasa Cash Checking. It's easy. Qualify to earn rewards like ATM surcharge refunds up to $25 for doing everyday account activities. Activities like 1 direct deposit or ACH deposit or withdrawal, 12 monthly debit card transactions, and enrolling in e-statements. Call or go to progressionscu.org today and ask about our limited time offer of $200 cash bonus when you open a Kasasa account.
You'll find bright lights and rodeo nights at the Sanders County Fair and Rodeo in Plains, Montana, Labor Day weekend, August 31st through September 3rd. Come out for awesome rodeo action announced by the legendary Bob Tallman. PRCA Rodeo and Youth Mutton Bustin' August 31st, September 1st and 2nd. And don't miss the carnage on the Clark Fork Demo Derby, the biggest in the state when it rumbles the arena, September 3rd. Get your tickets today. Visit SandersCountyFair.com. Stop by the fair office or see us on Facebook, and we'll see you at the Sanders County Fair and Rodeo in Plains.
Whether you're going on a long trip or just your daily commute,
Perfection Tires certified techs are your trusted resource for efficient, cost-effective repairs and routine maintenance.
Nobody beats perfection.
4 News Now is brought to you by Gamma Knife.
Welcome back. Here's a look at what's new on Good Morning Northwest. A powerful storm system whipping the East Coast has killed 2 people and shut down power to nearly 400,000 homes and businesses today.
Images show the destruction caused by fierce winds that collapsed buildings, toppled power lines like that. Wow, and scattered debris across several states. More than 9,000 flights were impacted by the storms yesterday, coming into New York, Philadelphia, and D.C. area airports. Although that round of severe weather tapered off, new threats are developing in the plains and the southeast, with more than 5 million people facing at least a slight risk for damaging winds and heavy rainfall today. That is according to the Storm Prediction Center.
A cousin of the Uvalde school shooter was arrested Monday. The New York Times reports 17-year-old Nathan James Cruz allegedly threatened to do the same thing to a school. His cousin, Salvador Ramos, was accused of killing 19 children and 2 teachers at Robb Elementary School in May of last year. According to the affidavit, Cruz's mother notified police after the suspect allegedly threatened to shoot his sister in the head and also shoot the school. She was concerned because Cruz is on probation, was intoxicated at the time, and they lived near an elementary school. His mother also allegedly heard him attempt to buy an AR-15 through an illegal private sale.
President Biden will designate a national monument today as he visits the Grand Canyon. The designation would protect the area from potential uranium mining and also protect existing grazing permits and leases, existing mining claims, and area hunting and fishing. He is also set to unveil new climate resilience funding for national parks. It'll be Biden's 5th national monument designation.
10-second takeaway at 6:12. Oh, sun and clouds today, so we're not going to see any major wind events, no showers coming our way, so grab those shades. Keep drinking your water. A high today, 82.
This year's Bloomsday is still fresh in our minds, so it's a good time to look towards next year's run. The T-shirt design contest for the 48th annual Bloomsday race is now on. Runners and artists alike are invited to submit their designs for the chance to leave their mark on one of the most coveted race souvenirs and a $1,000 cash prize. Start thinking of those designs. For all the contest guidelines, you can find this story on our website, KXLY.com. All right, Good Morning Northwest time is now 6:13.
A plan to transform one of Spokane's busiest streets is stirring up some controversy. Why? A Spokane businessman says this project will bring more crime to city streets.
And a local pie shop is doing more than just serving up tasty treats. We'll explain in a live report coming up.
4 News Now is brought to you by River Ridge and Peters Hardware.
Sign up for breaking news alerts with the 4 News Now app.
Send them back to school looking and seeing their best. Get premium eyewear and A+ patient care from the experienced team at Shopko Optical. Cross off eye exams on your back-to-school checklist. Schedule their comprehensive exam today.
Fairway Floor Abbey Carpet in Post Falls has been North Idaho's premier flooring shop for over 30 years. From remodels to new construction, they've got your home or business covered from wall to wall. Their expert design team will work with you to find the perfect floor for your lifestyle and budget. They've got the lowest prices. From carpet and area rugs to hardwood, LVP, and laminate, if you can dream it, they can floor it. Dream it, design it, live it at Fairway Floor Abbey Carpet in Post Falls.
At Findlay Downtown Toyota, we have some of the best inventory we've had in years, including an entire city block full of used recent trade-ins, lease returns, and special purchases. Plus, all vehicles come with a 3-month, 3,000-mile warranty. And if you're looking for a new truck, SUV, or Camry, Toyota's got new inventory rolling in with great financing options. So make it a summer to remember and stop by Findlay Downtown Toyota today.
What's good about River Ridge Hardware and how we stand out as a neighborhood hardware store, when a customer comes in, it's our opportunity to help them with whatever project they're doing, whether it's painting or building something new. We truly want to help you. What makes Peter's Hardware Store stand out in the neighborhood is it is eclectic type hardware store since 1934. And yes, we're the oldest working hardware store in Spokane. It's really a fun place to visit.
Summer might not be a vacation for families experiencing homelessness, but while Family Promise teaches parents life skills, kids have the chance to explore and have fun.
Without the routine of school, summer is really challenging for homeless children. With the help of Numerica, kids are able to enjoy lots of fun activities.
Numerica Credit Union is honored to partner with organizations like Family Promise as they work to enhance lives, fulfill dreams, and build communities.
Check out more organizations that make our community stronger at numericacu.com.
What you see is important. That makes quality eye care important too. Get personalized care from experienced optometrists at Shopko Optical. Better eye care. You'll see. Shopko Optical welcomes more insurance plans than ever. Call to book an exam and verify coverage.
It's now 6:16. It's always nice to see local businesses supporting their own communities.
During last week's wildfires, Birdie's Pie Shop in Post Falls stepped in to help. 4 News Now's Allison Martinez joins us live to share how Birdie's helped the community in a very delicious way. How are those pies coming along?
Ooh. I am having my dream morning right now. We're decorating. I feel like I've learned a lot since last time we checked in, but we're just doing a little bit of frosting and garnishing on these strawberry pies. But we're here at Birdie's. We're at the Post Falls location. Currently, there's one in Hayden as well. Now, recently over the weekend, when the fire was happening in Post Falls, you guys stepped up in a huge way and helped out the community. Can you tell me a little bit more about that?
Yeah, well, we just think that pie provides a wonderful pie magic to people. It is a wonderful way to provide community and connection and happiness to those in need, and we're just so grateful that Birdie's is able to provide that as a conduit. So yeah, we did allow anyone who needed a little pie magic to come on in and get some free pie and help those out and those people who needed a little extra love.
Yeah.
So
I can't imagine the smile that having these pies brought to people's faces in such a really stressful time. But,
yeah.
Oh, that's so amazing. And tell me a little bit more about, so you guys offered your pies out to the community and you guys have such a range of so many cool flavors and different types. Tell me a little bit more about that.
So every day we have daily flavors, and they are triple berry, apple, pecan, chocolate, and key lime. And then we also have our chicken pot pie. And then we rotate in specialty flavors every day as well. So this is one of our special flavors that we love to use seasonal ingredients for, and it's a fresh strawberry pie today.
Oh my goodness, it looks as fresh as it absolutely can be. It's so delicious in here. It smells amazing. We'll have some treats hopefully to bring back to you guys in the studio. But yeah, it's such a great different little business, and we're so excited to share it with you guys. But yeah, we'll have more coming up on 4 News Now.
Can you hear me? Can Allison hear me? Oh, okay. Next half hour. I know she says that they're opening a new shop, and I want to know where they're putting that other one. So Post Falls and Hayden and new one.
I don't know, 510 West Boone, maybe.
Right next door to us. Yeah.
Or maybe in back.
We might go broke.
Yes, probably would. That strawberry does look pretty good. Oh, and the temperatures are perfect for like strawberry shortcake. Should I just keep going? No, okay, let's talk about what's going on weather-wise. Good morning, everybody. Air quality and moderate. I know you've been feeling it. I've talked to you. We're going to continue to have that air quality and moderate. We just have that smoke in the air. Now, we do have some fairly good news. We look at the smoke forecast. We have these southwest winds. The fires are to the north and to the east. We're going to get cleaner air coming in for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and that's going to be good news. But for today, we don't have that much wind. We're not going to see it scour out just yet. So we're going to maintain, even with these light southwest winds, quite a bit of smoke and haze in the upper atmosphere and in the lower atmosphere as well. 82 for the high today. Tonight, temperatures down to 62. It's going to be partly cloudy. Again, opening up those windows, getting, again, some of that colder air in so that you can shut down the homes and hold on to that because your air conditioner is still working in the low 80s. Forecast radar, we're going to see a little bit of clouds on the move. We're going to see those increase for the midday. And then overnight, we're going to see cloud cover. And this chance or opportunity is, if you will, for some light rain showers or maybe even just real sprinkles. It doesn't look like we have a laden environment for heavy rain showers. Highs day again into the low 80s all over the area. You're going to have temperatures in the mid 80s. Bonners Ferry 83, Colville 84 degrees, near 90 into the Tri-Cities. Ritzville 83 degrees. You'll be in the mid 80s for Moses Lake. Tracking the heat. Okay, so this is what we have now, a little cooler air mass to the north, but look what happens over the weekend. Coming into Monday, darker equates to hotter. And we're going to see that hot weather roll in through next Wednesday. So we're all going to heat up as we get this heat out of the southwest moving up the coast. 82 for Wednesday, Thursday 83, 84 and sunny on Friday. And then upper 80s Saturday, Sunday. We start to see that warmer air come in. For Monday, we're going to have 91, potentially mid 90s by midweek. So the heat will be on again. So 82 doesn't seem quite so bad right now. And that's below average.
Enjoy these lower 80s while we can.
Right.
It is now just about 6:21. It's been 4 days since the collapse of the Pac-12, and Washington State still searching for a new home.
But we finally heard from WSU President Kirk Schultz on the situation, what he said about UW and Oregon leaving for the Big Ten, and why UW's president said they did it. Next to sports.
Download the 4 News Now app today.
Some ideas seem good, but aren't.
Maybe these guys will buy our house.
What could go wrong?
Like rookie homebuyers who don't have experience you can count on. We Buy Ugly Houses has been buying houses as is for almost 3 decades. Call or click to sell quick.
I'm Mark Peterson, the Extreme Team and Horizon Credit Union, ready to take on the next task. If you know of a project that needs an Extreme Team makeover, go to KXOY.com to nominate it. 4 News Now Extreme Team brought to you by Horizon Credit Union.
Sorry about that car accident. Got that insurance claim check for you.
I gotta call Swap. I gotta call Swap.
Here you go.
That's it? I'm calling them.
You forgot your check.
Craig Swap & Associates is on your side. We'll make sure you get the help you deserve, and we only get paid after you win.
One call, that's all.
509-999-9999.
Winning a new Yukon Denali at Northern Quest is easy. Sending your other car to live on a farm upstate? Well, you'll get over it. The $116,000 Yukon Rush giveaway, now through September 29th at Northern Quest. Play daily with your Camus Rewards card to enter, and enter our Super Sevens giveaway this month for a shot at over $77 grand. Details at northernquest.com.
This Wednesday, for 1 day only, Walker's Furniture is going wild and offering store-wide savings of 20 to 70% off. All bedroom furniture, all dining room furniture, all living room furniture is 20 to 70% off. Walker's is so overstocked, they're marking everything down to reduce the inventory immediately and going wild to give you the biggest savings of the season. It's going to be a one-day sale you can't afford to miss this Wednesday at Walker's Furniture.
4 News Now Fire Watch coverage.
That fire has grown exponentially.
With resources on TV, online, and on the go with the 4 News Now app. Fire Watch coverage to keep you safe. That's what we mean when we say expect more on 4 News Now.
Some ideas seem good, but aren't.
Maybe these guys will buy our house.
What could go wrong?
Like rookie homebuyers who don't have experience you can count on. We Buy Ugly Houses has been buying houses as is for almost 3 decades. Call or click to sell quick.
After the Pac-12 was cut down to just 4 teams this past weekend, you kind of figured conference realignment wasn't done just yet, but as of this morning, there still isn't any positive news to share regarding Washington State, who probably has the most to lose in all of this, but the fan base knows where they stand relatively on the national stage. However, it doesn't help when other schools may be trying to sabotage you. According to Action Network's Brett McMurphy, one anonymous Pac-12 president contacted a Big 12 president and asked if the conference could take all 9 of us except Oregon State and Washington State. So comments like that certainly won't be helping with the trust level among Coug fans. But the bad news just keeps coming for WSU. As McMurphy also reported on Monday, the Big 12 has no appetite to add any remaining Pac-12 schools, or San Diego State for that matter. They already added Arizona, Arizona State, Utah, and Colorado, all in a matter of a couple of weeks. So that means the amount of landing spots are left are shrinking for the Cougs and the Beavers. And the leadership at the university is well aware of the situation, that it isn't great as where things stand right now. In a statement, President Kirk Schultz says, in part, on Friday morning, we were shocked when the University of Washington and the University of Oregon announced they had accepted Big Ten invitations. I genuinely felt on Friday morning we would sign the needed paperwork, finalize the deal with Apple, and move the Pac-12 towards a new and brighter future. Now, the Huskies were one of those teams that allegedly destroyed any chance at a deal, and that was one of the final straws for the conference. But according to University President Anna Marie Kaus, they did not have a deal that they thought was viable for securing their future.
This was not just about dollars and cents. This was about national visibility for our players, being on linear TV so that they could be seen, so that they could have the national exposure. It was about stability. It was about a contract that didn't have a 2 years and you can all split up. It was about having a future that we could count on and build towards.
Now, there's more bad news for Wazoo this morning, as Cal and Stanford are reportedly in talks with the ACC, and that would almost certainly doom the Cougs and their athletics future. But Schultz also added in a statement that they are pursuing all options for their future. Reporting in studio, I'm Alex Crescenti, 4 News Now Sports.
In this morning's GMA First Look, an ABC News exclusive. A man trapped in a burning car saved by a FedEx driver in the middle of the night. This was the heart-stopping scene nearly 2 weeks ago on a highway in Southern California. Now this morning, they're both telling their story on GMA.
I was yelling for help immediately because I could feel the pain in my body, in my legs, my arm. And I realized it's 3 in the morning in the middle of the freeway and no one's out here.
I realized nobody else had stopped yet to help. You know, pulled over real quick and grabbed my phone and the fire extinguisher and went running back to the car.
And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll show you their emotional reunion you don't want to miss. With your GMA First Look, I'm Will Reeve, ABC News, Los Angeles.
When you have chronic kidney disease, there are places you'd like to be. Like here, and here. Not so much here. If you have chronic kidney disease, Farxiga can help you keep living life. Farxiga. And Farxiga reduces the risk of kidney failure, which can lead to dialysis.
Farxiga can cause serious side effects, including dehydration, urinary tract or genital yeast infections in women and men, and low blood sugar. Ketoacidosis is a serious side effect that may lead to death. A rare, life-threatening bacterial infection in the skin of the perineum could occur. Stop taking Farxiga and call your doctor right away if you have symptoms of this bacterial infection, an allergic reaction, or ketoacidosis.
Farxiga can help you keep living life. Ask your doctor for Farxiga for chronic kidney disease. If you can't afford your medication, AstraZeneca may be able to help.
Farxiga. Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
Saving you green.
Did you know that Spokane Hyperbaric Center uses oxygen to reduce pain, inflammation, and swelling?
I didn't know that.
Did you know that hyperbaric oxygen therapy promotes new blood vessel growth, fights infection, and releases more stem cells from your bone marrow?
I didn't know that.
Would you like to know if Spokane Hyperbaric Center is the right choice for you? Go to hyperbarichope.com to find out.
Spokane Hyperbaric Center gave us hope. And now you know.
Fairway Floor Abbey Carpet is North Idaho's premier flooring shop. They have your home or business covered from wall to wall. Their designers help you find the perfect floor for your lifestyle and budget. If you can dream it, they can floor it at Fairway Floor Abbey Carpet in Post Falls.
People who come to the inland Northwest rave about its beauty.
For those of us who live and work here, we couldn't agree more. From its iconic history
to a ton of new beginnings.
We have farm-to-table roots and access to nature right out our back door.
And as a community member, BECU wants to honor those who work together to make life better for our region.
Help us celebrate everything that makes Spokane great. And remember, in tough times, good things are still happening here.
BECU is not for profit and all for Spokane.
At Kaiser Permanente, we care for all those who make your family, well, your family. That's why all of us work together to give them the care and caring that any family would. Kaiser Permanente, for all that is you.
From 4 News Now, this is Good Morning Northwest.
The 4 News Now story tracker with the stories people are reading about online this morning.
Zoom, the company that powered a remote work revolution during the pandemic, is telling its employees to return to the office. It's requesting workers to be in the office at least 2 days a week. Other companies like Google and Amazon, as well as the U.S. government, are all requesting workers spend more time in the office. But workers, especially younger people and those who are more highly educated, believe the benefits of working from home make them more efficient employees.
Tonight's Mega Millions drawing could bring the largest jackpot in the game's history. The prize is up to an estimated $1.55 billion. If one ticket wins the jackpot, the lump sum payment will be an estimated $757 million. The current Mega Millions record of nearly $1.54 billion was won in South Carolina in 2018. This drawing takes place at 8 o'clock tonight.
Good luck, everyone. Good Morning Northwest. I'm Derek Dice.
And I'm Robin Nance. It is Tuesday, August 8th. Let's check in with Mark on our first alert forecast to get us going.
I don't think we are winning the lottery weather-wise, but temperature-wise, it's not too shabby. I mean, we have a clear sky, but you can clearly see the available haze and smoke that we have still in our air. We're sitting at 58 degrees, so we've cooled a little bit from earlier today. We were at 62. We're going to warm back up to sun and clouds today, and the 4 things you need to know. Wednesday sprinkle tomorrow morning. We're going to be looking at that, and the weekend should be sunny. It's going to get hotter next week, so let's enjoy the 80s while we can. Now, we're going to see a continuation of cloud cover coming into the area. That's really going to be our afternoon, and then it's going to clear out overnight, and we're going to see another round of cloud cover coming in tomorrow morning. So things are going to be variable, and we're going to see that through Wednesday. 82 for us today, 82 into St. Mary's. Ritzville, you're at 83. Moses Lake, 84 degrees. And then we'll see that same thing up into Colville, and then over to Bonners Ferry, 83. Into North Idaho, it's low 80s all over the place. Here's our day today. Again, variable clouds. Our high today is 82. We're going to be in the low 80s throughout much of the afternoon.
And new details from the Breaking Now desk. We're tracking the latest from Ukraine, where the security service says a woman is now in custody in connection to an alleged plot to assassinate President Volodymyr Zelensky. That woman has not been named yet, but officials say she's from the southern Ukrainian region of Mykolaiv. The Ukrainians say questioning revealed that the person was involved in other attempted plots as well. While it's not clear how far along the plans were, Ukrainian intelligence says the woman at the center of the allegations was gathering information on Zelensky's planned visit to the Mykolaiv region at the end of July in order to plan a Russian airstrike to kill the president. Zelensky has faced several known attempts on his life since Russia launched its full-scale invasion of his country in February of 2022.
In the first weeks of the war, they made at least 25 attempts, as was reported both by the SBU, by the Ukrainian intelligence service, but also by sources on the Russian side.
According to officials, the woman was a former saleswoman in a military store in the Mykolaiv region. And officials also released a statement on the incident, saying in part, the Ukrainian Secret Service continued to document the criminal actions of the enemy accomplice in order to obtain new data about her Russian curators and the tasks received. And investigators learned of the woman's alleged plans ahead of the visit, and Zelensky took additional security measures while in the area, security officials said. Reporting in studio, Sydney Charles, 4 News Now.
Do you want to be forced to ride the bus? Some city council members want you to. And so does the Spokane Transit Authority, STA. But at what cost?
A major political donor is swinging hard against a plan to transform one of Spokane's busiest roads. The owner of the track shelter, Larry Stone, is fighting what he calls a road diet, which is a proposal to revamp Division Street by transforming one lane of traffic into a designated bus lane.
Now, those ads are being released 3 months before the election. This project has been discussed since 2019. In the ad, Stone blasted 4 Democratic City Council members and the STA for the project that's received bipartisan support between the mayor, commissioners, and city council members. Still, though, Stone isn't convinced. The ad hits airwaves today, slamming this reconstruction project, citing that it could increase traffic, emissions, and crime, comparing it to 3rd Avenue in Seattle.
Riverside was the shopping street for Spokane. When the bus station went in and buses started blocking lanes, Riverside has gradually lost a great deal of its retail business, and it's an area that many people don't want to walk to anymore because of the crime associated with the STA bus station.
Despite this project wrapping up alongside the north-south freeway, Stone also argues that downsizing Division would lead to more traffic, pointing to the Monroe Street Bridge project, or the Monroe Street project that slimmed down from 5 lanes to 3 several years back. And we caught up with one business owner on Monroe and talked to him about the impact he's seen on traffic since the project.
Really good job there, but we've seen more car accidents. We've seen people passing the bus in the middle in the passing lane when people are trying to walk through. We've seen quite a few of these planners get hit by cars. Yeah, if you walk up and down, almost every single one of them is cracked from a car hitting them. And it's just a little harder to navigate Monroe now.
The Division Street project is expected to take until 2029. People who lost family members at the hands of police gathered in front of the Spokane County Courthouse protesting police brutality.
One example highlighted was the city of Spokane paying out a $4 million settlement after an officer shot and killed David Novak in 2019. Novak's mother, Debbie, was at the protest yesterday. She says she wants to bring attention to what happened to her son in 2019 and hopes other local families don't have to deal with a similar loss.
David was shot in the back. He was unarmed and he had committed no crime. And I just will always work to save lives, and that, especially in that scenario, I don't want other families to have to go through what I have had to go through.
Novak says to continue her son's legacy, she plans to hold a protest on the 7th day of every month.
Children in Spokane Public Schools are going back to school in less than a month. The district is asking parents to register their children to ride the bus by this Thursday. This year, registration will be for a whole different kind of ride. Spokane Public Schools partnered with a new bus service. Each student who rides the bus will be given an ID card and will scan it when they enter the bus. Through the app, parents can access driver details, real-time bus location, and pickup and drop-off times.
Parents have always wanted the transparency and the visibility of their children. I'm a parent of myself, and when I can know where my child is at any given moment, that's how it should be.
If a child loses that ID card, Zoom will deactivate the old one, replace it with a new one. If parents miss the August 10th deadline, registration will remain open. For more information, you can visit KXLY.com. Good morning, Northwest time is 6:37.
Have a lot of those ID cards printed.
Yeah.
Backups for every kid, right?
Absolutely, but sure would be nice to track that, you know, when your kids come in.
No doubt.
Wouldn't it be nice if that card could track them all the time, not just on the bus? You know. Okay, tracking the weather. We have smoke in the air. We're going to see that improve over the next couple of days. We're going to talk about that, but right now, air quality is in the moderate range. You can see the air right now. We'll have some good news for you coming up.
And you can get your very own weird Barbie soon. Why she's weird and when you can buy one, coming up.
4 News Now on your time with Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
At Coeur d'Alene Wigs, we have that great hair day every day. Wigs are a great way to look and feel good in a matter of minutes. With over 60 years experience, we will help you find a wig that matches your personality and gives you confidence. Coeur d'Alene Wigs, where it's a great hair day every day.
Hey, Donnie, can you give me one reason to call the advocates?
Sorry, Ken, I can't.
I can. I mean, who fights like we do? You can't give me one reason?
Nope.
How about that we take on big insurance bullies? We're not afraid of any case. We're passionate and smart. Really? You can't come up with one reason?
I can't come up with one, Ken. Because there are 500 million.
All the money we've recovered for our clients. Injured? You deserve justice. You deserve an advocate.
You know, you've got it pretty good. Streaming this much stuff was never this easy.
Yes! Let's go!
Nice eye thingies.
They're collagen boosters.
Get internet on the Xfinity 10G network made for streaming for $19.99 a month for 12 months. And add Now TV for $20. It's the best value in live TV and streaming.
You guys like this show too?
Yes, chef!
Get way more into what you're into when you stream on the Xfinity 10G network.
From the 5 a.m. morning regulars to those gotta fit it in lunchtime rush business goers to the busy moms that need childcare so they can just have a little time to themselves. Move Fitness is here for you, serving up the largest variety of workout options in Spokane with a new location opening soon to provide you the best results for your workout needs. Move Fitness.
Join the movement.
Adventure, culture, and fine wine await you in the Lewis-Clark Valley, less than 2 hours south of Spokane. Tour some of the world's most spectacular wilderness, beauty, and wildlife in Hell's Canyon. Experience the region's rich and diverse culture and history. Savor award-winning Lewis-Clark Valley wines and delicious culinary creations from a variety of local wineries and fine dining establishments. Go to visitlewisclarkvalley.com and plan your destination getaway today.
Coeur d'Alene Wigs, we have that great hair day every day. Toupees and wigs are a fast and easy option for men experiencing thinning or baldness. Jennifer and Sandy will help you with personalized styling to achieve your desired look. Coeur d'Alene Wigs, where it's a great hair day every day.
It's 6:41. The Sheriff's Office says you need to know about multiple reports of scammers threatening people or asking for personal information.
Detectives say scammers are using spoofing to make it look like a number associated with the Sheriff's Office. They even give you fake names of officers. In this case, it's James Watson and Lieutenant Kevin Baxter. The goal here is to use fear and intimidation to cause panic. This is what the scam call sounds like.
For robbery and homicide, press 8. For Lieutenant Kevin Baxter, press 9.
If you get a call like this, stop, think, and verify. The Spokane County Sheriff's Office says hang up, call Crime Check or the agency right away. The Sheriff's Office says it will not call you to demand money for any reason. They also say you should not call them back at the numbers that they provide.
Hi, good morning, everybody. 10-second takeaway. Sun and clouds today. We're going to remain dry. Winds are going to be light. So it's going to be a pretty mild day today. 82. A normal high this time of year is 86.
Barbie's already a mega hit movie, crossing $1 billion in ticket sales worldwide. Mattel is trying to cash in on the success by creating toys based on characters in the film, including a limited edition of Weird Barbie. Actress Kate McKinnon played Weird Barbie in the movie. This new doll will feature the hot pink outfit McKinnon wore, markings on Barbie's face, plus oddly cut and colored hair, mimicking a doll that's been played with a little too much. Weird Barbie is available for pre-order for $50 on Mattel's website until August 18th, but will not be shipped until May of next year. Hopefully you'll still want it by May of next year.
And I haven't seen the movie, but you'd have to think there are going to be more they're going to introduce and sell toys for, right?
It is now 6:43.
All right, Allison Martinez is live at Birdie's Pie Shop this morning.
I'm here at Birdie's Pie Shop, and very soon they're opening a new location that could be closer to you. More information coming up on 4 News Now.
Download the 4 News Now app today.
Life's better when you're under our roof. Because when you feel totally protected, you're free to enjoy your dreams. Save up to 27% when you bundle home, auto, and life. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Do you have property damage? Burke's Restoration provides full-service emergency response for residential and commercial disasters. Wind damage? Burke's can handle that. Is flooding your problem? Burke's Restoration knows just what to do. Fire or smoke damage? Call Burke's today. You didn't plan on a disaster, but you have a choice on who restores it. Choose the best. Burke's Restoration takes care of fire, smoke, wind, or water damage and more. Tell your insurance company you choose Burke's Restoration. Call or click today.
You ready?
More than ready.
Blue Compass RV has over 100 dealerships coast to coast. So we're with you today, tomorrow, and the road ahead. It's a little something we like to call peace of mind.
Well, here we are. Mile marker 0.
More like mile 3,652.
Blue Compass RV.
Let's take the long way home.
The 4 News Now Extreme Team back in action. The Northwest Autism Center is expanding into a new space. All these cubicles have to go. The carpet's got to be removed, and we've got a couple of days to do it. It's coming in August. I'm Mark Peterson. 4 News Now Extreme Team brought to you by Horizon Credit Union.
An hour of foodie power kicks off with a sky-high salad.
How high can it go? I don't know.
Then, with pasta, shape matters. And this man came up with a new one, Mixed Rachel.
Watch Rachel today at 3 and 4 News Now at 5.
Introducing the pizza so nice, we pepperonied it twice. The new double pepperoni crazy crust pizza from Little Caesars. Picture this: classic pepperoni and crispy curly old world pepperoni, sprinkled with toasted cheeses, finished with a garlic parmesan crust that must be seen in slow-mo to be believed. Holy moly, are you picturing this? Get a large double pepperoni crazy crust for just $8.99. Available all day or hot and ready from 4 to 8 p.m. Only at Little Caesars.
Pizza, pizza.
Life's better when you're under our roof. Because when you feel totally protected, you're free to enjoy your dreams. Save up to 27% when you bundle home, auto, and life. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
4 News Now is brought to you by Rebath Spokane.
Welcome back. Birdie's Pie Shop sells desserts at their Post Falls and Hayden locations.
Over the weekend, as families evacuated their homes during the Post Falls fire, Birdie stepped up. 4 News Now's Allison Martinez is live to share how Birdie's helped the community in its time of need.
I am doing my dream job this morning, I'm convinced. Besides reporting, of course, we're filling some delicious apple pies at Birdie's Pie Shop. Now, I first learned about Birdie's very recently because over the weekend there was that fire in Post Falls. Yes. And I noticed a huge social media presence because you guys did something so generous, which was to offer free pies to people who were forced to evacuate their homes and were kind of in limbo for a little bit there, away from their safe spaces. Now, tell me a little bit more about your decision to help out that community in that
my goodness.
great big way.
Yeah, we just love how Birdie's and pie can really provide a lot of happiness and connection within families and traditions and memories, and then most importantly, community. And our community is so wonderful about backing us up and doing such a great job, but we're just grateful that we can be part of it.
Yeah, and Birdie's is bringing me a lot of happiness right now, so I can only imagine for everyone over the weekend. But yeah, and so you have 2 shops currently, one in Hayden Lake and one here in Post Falls. Yep. And you have another one opening very soon.
We do. Yes, it is going to be in Spokane, which we are so excited about. We've wanted to be over in Washington since we opened, but unfortunately COVID kind of put a little damper in some of that, but we hope to be open in September sometime. So.
Well, very exciting, a great business and a great outreach to the community, so thank you so much. Yeah. And we're getting very excited to bring these back to you guys, and we'll be able to put it to the true test, and by the looks of it, these are going to be absolutely delicious. But yeah, back to you guys in the studio. Thank you so much for joining me tonight.
Absolutely, thank you.
Where in Spokane, though?
I'm dying to know.
Yeah.
I'm dying to know, but also
probably not 510 West Boone that
like
Mark said earlier, which would be next door to us.
She's bringing some back today.
Even better. Even better. Thank you, guys. All right, let's talk about Extreme Team. In action, we're doing a one-day wonder that takes us a couple days to get it done. Northwest Autism Center is expanding, but they need to get stuff out in order to do some building. So here's what we got with your Extreme Team in action. One of the walls had to go. So yesterday, with the Horizon Credit Union volunteers slated for today, we took that wall out. Mountain States Electric made it completely safe, canceled all the electricity in that area. Of course, we thank them for keeping our guys safe. Got to thank Rodeo Paint for actually giving us the paint that will then paint the interior, also saving Northwest Autism Center money And Kevin went in and pre-cut in all the ceilings. So we're going to rock and roll this thing today. It's going to be amazing. We'll have more on this coming up and the full story coming up throughout today and tomorrow. All right, so our air quality right now is in moderate. Been there for a couple of days, in and out of good. We are going to see some improvement. So we see all of this, and this is the smoke that's currently in the air. And we see a continuation of some airflow that's pulling that in. But look what happens through today, tomorrow. The wind shift coming out of the southwest, less smoke, less haze, cleaner air for us, and that's going to continue to improve into the weekend. So that's the great news. Today it's going to be 82. It's going to be sunny. We're going to have cloud cover coming in for the afternoon, moving back out overnight, and then we're going to see another round of clouds that's going to come in for tomorrow morning. Excuse me, got all choked up at the thought of either the pie or the rain showers. We're going to see a chance of shower activity come through. It's going to be a thin line. Showers, maybe sprinkles, and then it's a done deal for us and we dry out. We're going to be in the low 80s region-wide, North Idaho and Eastern Washington. So 82 today, again tomorrow, 83 on Thursday. Look at Friday at 84. Boom! The weekend comes in. Temperatures nearing 90 degrees. Your morning sprint is coming up. Thanks for watching. Good Morning Northwest.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
Beat the heat. Always water before 10 a.m. or after 6 p.m.
Summertime means celebration time. Let Peters & Sons Florist help liven up your summer event with a fresh flower arrangement. Fresh flowers always brighten the day. Peters & Sons Florist can add color and brilliance to your summer. Call or click today.
What's in a name? A question that has never had more relevance. First American Title has been rebranded to Flying S Title and Escrow. Since 1905, we've been helping people protect their property rights. When the time comes to choose a title insurance and escrow company, the choice is clear: Flying S Title and Escrow. Idaho's longest operating, family-owned title and escrow company is now Flying S Title and Escrow. We're not new, but our name is.
At Mainstream, we know when your drain backs up, you need help fast. Call today for our $79 drain clearing special. In your neighborhood and ready to serve you when you need us most.
Electrical, heating, cooling, and plumbing. Choose smart. Call the company with heart. Mainstream.
Need to refresh a room in your home? Yep, all of them. Well, during the extended anniversary sale at Furniture Row, every sofa, dining table, and bed is on sale. Wait, all of them? Follow me. Shop and save on the largest selection of sofas, dining tables, and beds at the lowest prices guaranteed. Save $200 on Doctor's Choice mattresses, any size, any model, with 5 years, no interest. I think we're gonna need a bigger truck. The anniversary sale on now at Furniture Row.
That's fine. Lucy Hale from Puppy Love.
Isn't she sweet? I think someone backstage has already fallen in love with her.
Is his name Mark?
Watch live today at 9, right after GMA.
At BECU, our credit union members know that sometimes freedom is about the little things. Like free checking, free from monthly maintenance fees, and no minimum balance requirement. Or the freedom to access your money when you need it, where you need it, with over 30,000 surcharge-free co-op network ATMs nationwide. Or simply the freedom members feel, never worrying they'll be nickeled and dimed for their own money. So join BECU. All Washington residents are eligible. BECU, power in people.
Summertime means celebration time. Let Peters & Sons Florist help liven up your summer event with a fresh flower arrangement. Fresh flowers always brighten the day. Peters & Sons Florist can add color and brilliance to your summer. Call or click today.
See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now. This Good Morning Northwest morning sprint is brought to you by Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning.
6:53 is the time. Let's get you up to speed for your Tuesday here in the morning sprint.
Sydney Charles has details on today's court deadlines and Donald Trump's election interference case.
Allison Martinez live with the local pie shop, how it helped its community during the Post Falls fire.
But let's get to Mark first, telling us about a cloudy day ahead.
We're going to see some variable clouds, no doubt about it. Taking our first alert weather, we do have in our forecasted radar that we're going to have the cloud cover through this afternoon. It's going to be hit and miss. It's clearing overnight, and then more cloud cover coming in tomorrow morning with a chance of showers for Wednesday morning. Could all be sprinkles. Highs stay in the low 80s. In fact, our day today, It's going to build relatively nicely. By 2 o'clock, we'll be at 81, 82 the high. Even at dinner time, we're going to be in the low 80s.
This morning, fire crews are working to expand their containment on a fire that's still burning near Post Falls. That fire burned close to 80 acres, causing some major damage to Camillin Park. Investigators say they know how it started and plan to hold those responsible accountable. Take a look at these photos from the Idaho Department of Lands. You can see what's left behind from a campfire, a rock ring with cans inside. That campfire was about a quarter mile to the north of West Riverview Drive in a steep rocky area of the park just north of the trail area. Someone started that campfire in the Post Falls Community Forest, which is a city-owned park. Campfires are not allowed on that property. For more on this fire, including information from the Post Falls Police Department on campfire safety, go to KXOY.com.
In North Idaho, fire danger has been raised to very high, and restrictions will go in place tomorrow. Here's what will not be allowed on any land in the 5 North Idaho counties outside of city limits. No campfires or stove fires. No smoking when not in an area cleared of flammable material. No using motor vehicles off designated roads and trails. And no using a chainsaw or other related equipment between 1 in the afternoon and 1 in the morning.
A man accused of shooting at a deputy and leading a car chase that ended when he hit a wall in downtown Spokane is now being charged with attempted murder. Police say 53-year-old Robert Talley shot at a deputy who is responding to a call about an argument in Airway Heights last Thursday. They say Talley took off at a high speed, driving in the wrong direction on I-90 towards Spokane. The chase ended with that crash you just saw when Talley crashed into a brick wall near the 76 gas station downtown. He is a 21-time convicted felon. Officers say additional criminal charges are likely.
And this morning, there are new deadlines for former President Donald Trump's lawyers and special counsel Jack Smith in the 2020 election interference case. The presiding federal judge is giving both sides until this afternoon to propose dates and times for a pretrial hearing regarding Smith's protective order filing. That order follows the judge's Monday deadline for a response from Trump's attorneys to Smith's request calling for limits as to what Trump can share about this case. Trump, who has pleaded not guilty to charges in Smith's election interference probe last week, accusing the Biden administration of weaponizing the Justice Department against him.
Kids in Spokane Public Schools are going back to school in less than a month, and the district is asking parents to register their children to ride the bus by this Thursday. This year, registration will be for a whole different kind of ride because Spokane Public Schools partnered with a new bus service. Each student who rides the bus will be given an ID card and will scan it when they enter the bus. Through the app, parents can access driver details, real-time bus location, and pickup and drop-off times.
As your kids head back to school, a reminder to make sure they have healthy and safe school lunches. About 48 million cases of foodborne illness, happen every year in the U.S., according to the CDC, and children are among those most vulnerable. Sandra Eskin with the Department of Agriculture says it's critical to pack perishable lunches in an insulated bag with at least 2 cold sources to ensure the food stays under 40 degrees.
This morning, I'm here at Birdie's Pie Shop. Now, Birdie's currently has locations in Hayden Lake and Post Falls, but very soon they'll be opening a store off of Monroe in Spokane. Now, over the weekend, Birdie's stepped up in a big way by offering free pies to those who had to evacuate due to that fire in Post Falls. For more information on how you can support Birdie's, you can visit our website, KXLY.com. Reporting in Post Falls, Allison Martinez, 4 News Now.
Coming up next on Good Morning America, a powerful storm system whipping the East Coast has killed 2 people. The latest on the deadly and violent storms overnight, causing damage, knocking out power for millions, and causing travel chaos. We'll be back with a final check of weather with our friend Mark Peterson, talking about what you got to look forward to today. We'll be right back.
At 4 News Now, we believe you should expect more from local news. Our team is committed to a community conversation and bringing you information you need when and where you need it. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
If your checking account isn't earning you money, it's time to switch to bonus checking from Numerica. The account that earns an incredible 2% annual percentage yield. That could earn you up to $500 every year or more.
Start your
day with Good Morning Northwest and
Good Morning America. Chances are, when it's time to call a service professional, you need someone right away. That's why Mr. Electric is ready when you are with appointment times to fit your busy schedule. They specialize in knob and tube removal, lighting upgrades, panel replacements, and other electrical services. And rest assured, their work is quoted upfront and fully guaranteed. Call Mr. Electric today and get $50 off your service.
Mr. Electric, we have the power to make things better.
All right, good morning, everybody. You just have to look at that picture and see the haze in the air. We're going to see that improve. Our air quality in moderate. We're going to have, again, moderating clouds as well with some cloudy conditions this afternoon. Our high today is going to be 82 degrees. We'll have temperatures in the low 80s all the way through dinner time. All right, tomorrow. Much the same, 82 degrees. We have a chance of a morning shower. That'd be great. Thursday, it's 83 and then mid-80s Friday. And we're going to be right there near 90 over the weekend and hotter next week. And unfortunately, drier as well.
All right, Mark, thank you much.
All right, thank you guys so much for being with us. We'll have updates throughout Good Morning America, which starts in just a couple of seconds.